Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show. Good evening, Rochelle. You've had a brilliant day, that's good. Good evening, Mr. Dave Rimmer. I've said hi to everybody else. Albie Babby, Fluff, Mrs. O, Sean, Rochelle McDonald. Few's in tonight. Oh, it seems a bit... let me see what's happening here, because it's just a wee bit hissy. Hope that sounds better. Right. So, as some of you probably know, I had the pleasure of going, myself and Georgie, going down to our good friends Rob and Teresa Farr's on Friday night, and I was on Rob's show. Brilliant reggae show every Friday night, and we had a good laugh. We had a Chinese, we had a few drinks, and we had a good chat and a good laugh. So it was a good weekend, and I travelled up from Birmingham last night, and then we had a little house party last night, and with just some of my friends, because they've been missing me because I've been away most weekends. So I invited a few of them round, and we had another drinky poos. So you know that I like my drink, and it's been one of those weekends. But here we are on a Sunday evening, and what I can't believe today is that we have 45 requests, and out of those 45 requests, we have one Bob. That one Bob will be revealed in plenty of time. Good evening, Mr. Colin Wignall's in the house. How are you doing, Colin? And that means that 44 requests tonight. Brilliant. And actually the Bob was a double Bob. That's what I can say. So, I think that's very, very good. You're really coming up. Good evening, Miss Roberta Shilton. It's so good to have you here on a Sunday night. And I know you'll be enjoying the show. And it's nice to know that you've got a night off from the court. And they'll be missing you like mad. Anyway, 45 requests. 44 out of the box requests. It's unbelievable. You have really dug deep this week. And some of the tracks in tonight's show. I am actually dreading picking tune of the show tonight. Going through some of the tracks earlier. But, as usual, I will be very impartial. As you can see, tonight we are wearing all yellow in memory of the lovely Jackie Williams. And I think it'll be now 3 years since Jackie was murdered by those 4 arseholes. So
this week,
this week. The anniversary is this week.
Hi everybody.
Hi Georgie. And so we are sporting the yellow tops tonight. So let's get on with the show. And to kick off the show tonight, Mr. Steve Perusa. He's been a very busy man lately, but he managed to get a request in tonight. And his request is Miss Diana Ross. Good evening, Linda Haycock. How you doing, Linda? And Dave. This is If You Hold On Together. It's out of the box, you know. I'm not going to say that all night. I'm just going to tell you what one's the Bob. Good evening, JC over in Winnipeg. How you doing, JC? We're good, mate. Where's my beer, Georgie? Good evening, Anne-Marie and Daz down in Oldham. How you doing, guys?
If we hold on together, I know our dreams.
Still make me a beer.
You want a beer?
Oh, you asked me.
No, you got water.
No, I want a beer.
Alright.
See us through to forever.
Come here, face, Georgie.
Where clouds roll
Come on, lady. Get it.
for you and I. Souls in the wind must learn how to bend. Seek out a star. Hold on to the end. Valley, mountain, there is a fountain. Washes our tears all away.
I'll get her to sing it the next time we see her, Albert.
Words are swear.
Thank you, Georgie. Keep them coming, Georgie.
Someone is
I want to get drunk tonight, you know.
I never got you enough beer. Don't make it at the shop.
No.
If we hold on together.
Sing it, Wendy.
I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever. Where clouds
Oh, she's answered it, yes. We've managed to move to that area now, Juicy.
for you and
Good evening, Martin and Mags in the house. How you doing, guys? Good evening, Mick Murphy. Another great show this afternoon, Mick.
in the dark we'll dream above the sun.
Good evening, Mr. Rob Fars in the house. How you doing, Rob? Love to Teresa.
Light warm our hearts, everyone. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever.
Bravo, Mick.
As high as
And you've done your late request. I'm good to you.
the
Good evening, Sue and George Ellis. Good evening, guys.
for you.
You've had a busy weekend too. Yeah, starting the show tonight with the sound of Miss Diana Ross and If We Hold On Together, sent in by our good friend, Mr. Stevie Boy 2, better known as Steve Perusa. Good evening, Corky and Shaz. How you doing, guys? This next one comes from my good friend Dave Bibby. I've played this many, many times. But this is the first time it's been requested on the show. It's a great sound of Almeta Latimore. It's called These Memories. It was sent in by my good friend Dave Bibby down in Northampton.
I wake in the morning,
Great track.
there you are, in my mind again, cluttering up my thoughts for the day. It's always that way. On the way to the store, there you are, in my mind again. And ooh, I feel so bad, so sad, 'cause these memories, they're driving me mad.
Good evening, Johnny and Jilly Wood over in Benidorm.
At the movie, all I concentrate on is you.
How you doing, Johnny and Jilly? Hope the holiday's been good, guys.
I don't understand, no, baby.
Cheers, everybody.
Lord knows I don't know
I told you you weren't allowed anything tonight, Georgie.
when I go to bed. There you are in my dreams again, and I just don't understand. 'Cause these old memories, hey baby, they're driving me.
Oh, you're back home, Johnny. Good man. Back in sunny Barnsley. Good evening, Matt Hanna. How you doing, Matt? Good evening, Mr. Phil Story and Donna down there in Hull. Preston in Hull. Nice one, Rob. We were watching it earlier as well. All about my model, really good. Aye, blame me, Rob Farr. Thank you very much for that. Tam forgot to remind me. Blame me. Aye, I always get the blame. It was a fantastic night down at Rob and Teresa's, and it was great to do the show, to see how Rob does his show on a Friday night. And it's a brilliant radio show. And I think Corky had asked Rob to record it. And about 15 minutes into the show, he goes, "Oh, I forgot to press the record button." I said, "We'll just do it now." So it's not the full show, but you got most of it, Corky. So it's up to Rob now to pay it up. Yes, you can get Rob's show on his is it Mixcloud page, Rob? If you can let them know, and or put the link up how they can get your previous shows, because Rochelle's asking as well. Good evening, Mr. John Birch and the lovely Kath Birch down there in Stoke. That was on Metal Latimore, and These Memories. Brilliant track sent in by my good friend Mr. Dave Bibby. This next one comes from the lovely lady Fiona. No, it doesn't. It's her husband Marco. This is Crossroads featuring Natasha Spring. It's called Since I Found You. It's out of the box, you know. Love it. Okay, Rob, cheers. From Mr. Marco. Good evening, the lovely Jane Blundy Thompson. And Tom, if he's not working. Probably is working, he's a hard working man now. Good evening, Mr. Keith Keys in the house. How you doing, Keithy boy? Good evening, Mr. Robert Furnish and the lovely Lynn. How you doing, guys? Good man, Cocky. Good evening, Sue Ellis. Nice and calm now after all the birthday celebrations. Looks like you had a fun day with the grandkids. And don't challenge George at twerking. It's too good. Brilliant, well done, Tom. A huge amount raised for the cancer charity. Brilliant, Tom Thompson. Did he catch any fish? Yeah, I bet you have, George. You were determined to win that race. Come on, get your emojis right, Mrs. O. People will be offended. Yeah, I bet you have some few gins. Fantastic track, love it. Modern soul at its best, sent in by our good friend Marco Hudson over there in Cartagena, and it's by Crossroads featuring Natasha Spring. It's called Since I Found You. Great track, as is this, very unusual, from a good friend up there in Brecon, Mr. Terry and Susan Watson, have sent in The Players. Why Did I Lie? And I like it. But he's a stomper man, is our Terry, so I like when he picks smooth tracks.
What you say takes me by surprise. Never leaving room for alibis. All I have to say, baby, I never should have lied. But you got to go on if you can. Reliving life without love. No, might I lie to you, oh girl? Why did I lie to you, oh girl?
What a tune. Sound of The Players and Why Did I Lie, sent in by the lovely Terry and Susan Watson up there in Brecon. Now, as we all know, it's been a very sad week with the passing of our Queen, and I know everybody's got respect and the utmost respect for a lady that's done so much for this country, and it was sad, and everybody mourns in different ways, and we've got like something like 10 days or something like that to mourn, and it's been a strange week, really, because something like that affects everybody in a strange way, but she was some lady. God bless you, ma'am. Rest in peace. Next up, this was sent in by the lovely Anne-Marie Gallagher. This is Keith Washington. Are you still in love with me? I think Daz will have something to say about that. And they're all out of the box. Every single track, except one. And I'll reveal who it was later on. Brilliant, Rob, wasn't it? Fantastic.
Something's wrong. Oh, I can tell. Is it that someone new came along and broke the spell? There's a doubt that I can't shake. Emptiness in your kiss, I'm finding hard to take. If you have
She did, Johnny. Fantastic lady.
if you think we should let go after
Proud to be an Elizabethan.
I should be the first to know. See this insecurity.
You're welcome, Amity.
Slowly killing me. I've got to know, baby. Tell me how you feel. Are you still in love with me? Like the way you used to be? Or did it all fade away? And the hurt I feel, is it here to stay? Are you still in love with me?
Hope it doesn't
The
keep.
way you used to be? Or did it all
Need to get this Wi-Fi sorted out. I'm coming up in 2 weeks.
pain I feel?
We need to get this Wi-Fi sorted out.
It stays in my heart. I won't accept what my mind knows to
You must know somebody up there that's Wi-Fi orientated. Get talking to them, Keefy boy.
I can only try to bring love back in line, but something in your eyes says I'm running out of time. I would call
Bench next
you
door.
on the phone just to hear you say, honey, I love
Good evening, Mr. Jeff Campbell's in the house. How you doing, Jeff?
oh, I miss those days. Now I feel so all
Good man.
alone. Baby, where did we go wrong? Tell me that love is here. No, it hasn't disappeared. Are you still in love with me? Like the way you used to be? Or did it all fade away?
Still in love with me?
And the hurt I
Georgie.
feel, is it here to stay? Are you still in love with me? Like the way you used to be? Or did it all tumble down? And the pain I feel, is here to stay?
Still got a real love heart. Still got it, you know. Never lose it.
Now I feel so all alone. Baby, where did we go wrong? Tell me no, baby, do you love me? Tell me no, lady, do you love me? 'Cause I need to know, and I wanna know. Hey, hey, don't make me wait. No, baby. Ooh, like the way you used to be. Or did it all fade away? And the hurt I feel, is it here to stay? Are you still in love with me? Like the way you used to be? Or did it all tumble down? And the pain I feel, is it here to stay? I wanna know love. I got to feel love the way it was, baby. Ooh, tell me that you love me, lady. Are you still in love, baby? Are you in love with
Fantastic record. Keith Washington. Are you still in love with me? Sent in by the lovely Anne-Marie Gallagher down in Oldham. Oh, you've gave Deke the business. Oh, that's good. Deke will love you, Keithy boy. Get me sort your broadband. Well done. And as you all know in this show, we play the slow stuff first, and then we come to the northern stompers later on in the show. And it's so good to have this lovely lady back with us on a Sunday night, because she's been working every Sunday night and she really misses the show, I know that. And she sent in a great request today from the Four Tops. This is Indestructible, and it's sent in by the lovely Roberta Shilton down in Leicester. Good evening, Ruth and Chris Gray's in the house. How are you doing, guys?
We are friends. We are brothers. Always there, looking out for each other. In a world where so many dreams are broken apart.
You're welcome, Roberta.
Any storm we can weather, you and I, we've become united forever. Two hearts can beat as one. There ain't a single thing we can overcome. We're indestructible. We got the power of love. So strong we can generate a wall of solid love. Nothing can penetrate. We're indestructible. Whoa. There's a power deep inside us. Ain't no one that could ever divide us.
Good evening, Julie and Dewsbury Soul Patrol.
Just what we're made of.
Day trip to Brooklyn, lovely. Ada and Harvey Lee, how you doing, guys?
We stand strong through it all. United forever. Two hearts that can beat as one. There ain't a single thing we can overcome. We're indestructible. We've got the power of love. Ooh. So strong we can generate a wall of solid love. Nothing can penetrate. We're indestructible.
He never forgets, Georgie.
Any storm we can weather, you and I, we've become united forever. Two hearts that can beat as one. There ain't a single thing we can overcome. We're indestructible. We've got the power of love. So strong we can generate a wall of solid love. Nothing can penetrate. We're indestructible.
It's Julie that said it. It's Georgie that said it, Julie. She gets her Dewsbury's and Shrewsbury's mixed up. Yes, correct, Rob, yes. Unless it's a record button. Albie Babby's in the house. How you doing, Albert? Yeah, it's great sound of the Four Tops and Indestructible. Sent in by a lovely Roberta Shilton down there in Leicester. And it's good to have Roberta on the show because it's a bit unfair when somebody's working on a Sunday night. There's quite a few people like Carol Cameron and people like that that do a lot of late shifts Sunday nights and things like that. So that's the good thing about catch up. I've been quite lucky lately, and most of the shows have went up on a Monday. So here's hoping it continues for people to watch it on catch up if they are working on a Sunday night. Next up, the lovely Lady Fiona sent in Full Flavour featuring Donna Guardia. Bet you wouldn't hurt me. Out of the box. They're all out of the box except one. I'm loving it.
Loving you came easily, yet it made me blind to all there was to see. And now my heart is filled with pain. No, to understand, I never will. How could it come to be that you don't love me still? And now it's getting to be plain. No, if
Sent in by the lovely Lady Fiona, better known as Miss Fiona Hudson. That is Full Flavour featuring Donna Gardia and Betcha Wouldn't Hurt Me. Out of the box, as is 44 of the tracks tonight. Here's another one from Millie Jackson. Something About Ya. Sent in by the lovely Kath Birch down in Stoke.
Baby, there ain't no other place in this world I'd rather be. And I'm gonna stay right here till you tell me that you're tired of me. Baby, I feel so good every time I get close to you. Words can't express this feeling that I have in my heart for you. Oh, there's something about you. Oh, baby, there's something about you. Don't know what it is, but it's something about you, baby.
Good evening, Alec Max in the house. How you doing, Alec? Love the lovely Pat.
If there's
You're welcome,
anything
Kath.
you ever need a woman,
Don't tell me she's lost her phone.
oh, just tell me about it. Lord knows I don't wanna ever see you. I don't wanna see you without it. I'm gonna try to give you everything you want. When you want it, how you want it. And every time you just think you want it. Oh, there's something about you. Oh, baby, there's something about your love.
Yeah, it's a great club. Well done to everybody joining Junction 36.
I said there's something
I sent out a lot of invites. You all responded. Well done, guys. It's on the first Saturday of every month. If you ever get the chance to go, it's a fantastic club. Run by a great guy, Mick Glover.
Come on and lay your fine self down here by my side. I'm gonna make sweet love to you, baby, until you say you're satisfied. Just as long as I know I got you, I don't need nobody else. If the Lord made anything better than you, he must have kept it to himself. 'Cause there's something about you. Don't know what it is, but it's something about you, babe. Oh, there's something about you.
What's happened to Kath's phone, John?
There's something about you, babe.
She's not lost her phone.
About you, baby.
I know she was having problems with it.
Is it your smooth conversation? Is it your sweet, sweet, sweet body? Must I do an investigation? Oh, there's something about you, babe.
Woo! There's something about you.
There's something about you. There's something about you. There's something about you. There's something about you. Love it, baby.
Yeah, I like it, Kath. Fantastic. The great sound of Millie Jackson. And Kath said, I think it'll be a Bob Tom. Damn. A lot of people think that when they're picking the tunes, they're going to be Bobs. Because they're that good. But there's a lot of tunes not being on the show, believe you me. And that's one of them. From the lovely Kath Birch, Millie Jackson and Something About Ya. Out of the box. As is this. From Annette Sherlock. Down in Blackpool. She's probably eating her supper at the moment. As usual. The late eaters down in Blackpool. This is Phyllis Hyman. Better known as Ruth Clear. Tonight, you and me. Not our Wendy on the Baileys. Good to know, Julie. Get another one down, you'll see us all. Thank you, Jordan. Sing it, Jordan. Just feel like my thing. Terrible. You need a Velky. Best thing they ever invented. Yeah, our good friend Johnny Loafer was on the Buckfast at the weekend. It's a national Scottish drink, you know. I hate it. But a lot of guys up here love it. Frozen, Julie. Switch her out or off, switch it back on. Good evening, Mr. Mike Dunn up there in a rainy Broxburn. How you doing, Mike? Ten minutes. We have a My 3 before 8 from a good friend from Dunfermline, Mr. Kiwi K. Looking forward to this, guys. Let it be. Sure end. Everything's okay this end, Julie. Yeah, the great Phyllis Hyman and tonight, You and Me, set in by the lovely Annette Sherlock down there in Blackpool. And it was out of the box. As is this from our good friend from Whitehaven, the lovely Lynn Ross, has selected You Got the Floor by Arthur Adams. Not heard this in a long time. From 1981. Okay, Julie, shut down. Revamp. Good evening, Susie Wong. How are you doing, Susie, babe? God, you're a pest. Have you not got it connected to your Bluetooth speaker? Fluff. It's alright, my head.
You've got the flow.
Got the flow.
Now it's up to you.
Is that better, Fluff?
Flow is yours. Now do what you're gonna do. You've got the flow. The flow is yours. Pull the shades and lock the doors. When you dancing with me, I have to watch you to see what you're gonna do. When you dance and you do something to me, your dancing sets me free. When you dance and you're telling me you want me, I feel like what you want me to be. Thanks for releasing my emotions.
Made in Buckfast Abbey. Down in Devon, I believe, Cornwall, somewhere around there. Good evening, Stevie Boy 2's in the house.
You got the floor. You got the floor. You got the floor. Do what you gonna do. You got the floor. You got the floor. You got the floor. Do what you gonna do.
Coming to Scotland, Robert.
You got the floor. You got the floor. Do what you gonna do. You got the floor. You got the floor. You got the floor. Do what you gonna do. When you dancing with me, I have to watch you and see what you gonna do. When you dance and you do something to me, your dancing sets me free. When you dance and you're telling me you want me, I feel like what you want me to be. Thanks for releasing my emotions and setting myself free. Free.
Love it. Fantastic record. Sound of Arthur Adams. And You Got the Floor from 1981. Sent in by the lovely Lynn Ross down there in Whitehaven. Hope Lynn and Keith are all doing well. And Keith may be working this weekend. But that saxophone in that track is absolutely brilliant. One more record, and then we have Mr. Keith K's My 3 Before 8. And this was a late request from my good friend Mick Murphy. Sound of Major Lance. I never thought I'd be losing you. You've not lost me, Mick. Still here.
In my lonely room, I kiss your picture while the tears stream down my cheek. Your lips are so cold, and darling, your picture, don't you know it just won't speak? Still I'm pretending, yeah. You are here with me. Oh, I never thought that the day would come when I'd be losing you. I said I never thought that the day would come when I'd be losing you. How can I conceal what my heart can reveal when I must go on like a rolling wheel? Oh, what would I give to turn back the time to the day you were mine? Still I'm pretending, yeah. You are here with me. Oh,
I'm with you, Keepy boy.
that the day would come.
I cannot drink it.
Losing you. I said I never thought that the day would come when I'd be losing Oh, I never thought that the day would come when I'd be losing you. I said I never thought that the day would come when I'd be losing you. I said I never thought, baby. Now I'm losing you. If I could turn back the time to the days you were mine, now I'm losing you.
I never thought I'd be losing you. The sound of Major Lance sent in late today, but I don't mind because it's Mick Murphy and a great track. And I know he's got a lot on a Sunday because he does his Sunday show. So well done, Mick, and another great out of the box tune. Now at 1950, actually 1951, the present time today, you usually have My 3 Before 8 on TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show. And this, I was just looking today, and we have now done, this is the 39th My 3 Before 8 that we've done since we started it. And tonight, it's my good friend and a fantastic DJ from up there in Dunfermline, my good friend, Mr. Keith K. And Keith's female soul artist is Miss Loreta Williams. With Baby Cakes.
All this misery that I've had, true love I know I can get it. Tired of running and being all alone. Ooh, baby, let me come back home. Toss and turn, hope and pray that you'll take me back someday.
What else?
Ooh, baby cakes, ooh, baby cakes, yeah. Ooh, baby cakes. Too kind and I couldn't see. Messing up and I wanted to be free. But many things were going through my mind. Ooh, true love is so hard to find. Giving up is so hard to do.
Canada buffering. Try switching your router off, JC. Sometimes works. Gritty soul, love it. You heard that, Keefy boy. And I've bought a few. Loreta Williams and Baby Cakes was a good friend Keith K's number one from his My 3 Before 8. Here is his soul band from his My 3 Before 8. And Keith's number 2, the great sound of Alvin Cash and the Registers. Sweating, do what you want to do. Do what you want to.
Come on, baby, do what you want. Oh, come on out here on the floor. I want you to do that pony, baby.
Pony, baby.
I want you to do that jerk.
The jerk, George.
Don't forget the twine, baby. Do it on time.
Come on.
Don't forget the twist, baby. It goes like this. Don't forget the boomerang.
Boomerang.
They say that's the latest thing, baby. Oh, but the barracuda, baby. Oh, but you're looking good. Hey, baby. Do what you wanna. Do that Philly, baby. Oh, number. Do that shake, baby. Do that shotgun. Oh, shoot him before you run now. Oh, hammer. Hammer, baby. Do that twine, baby. Twine. Do that pony.
Sorry.
Do the barracuda, baby. Shake. Don't forget the boomerang.
Keep going, Wendy.
Thing, baby. Oh, don't forget that shake. Shake. Oh, shoot him before you run now. I said I'm gonna get my shotgun. Oh, have mercy, baby.
Have mercy.
Have mercy, baby. Oh, but you're looking good out there on the floor. Come on, baby. Oh, do that twine. Oh, shotgun, baby. The boomerang, baby. Do
What a tune. Alvin Cash and the Registers and Sweating, Do What You Want To was number 2 from Mr. Keith K up there in Dunfermline. Now, some of you may know, but I know Keith and Susie do, that in about 2 weeks' time, on the 30th of September, young Keithy boy, I think it's his 25th birthday party, and we have decided, between me and Georgie, Susie and Keith, that we're going to go up to Stirling, to Dunfermline and visit the Keys. And we're going to have a party weekend. We'll probably be there the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, we won't. I didn't want to frighten Susie. We'll probably be there the Friday and the Saturday anyway, at least. We'll be home on the Sunday for the show. We don't miss the show, very rarely. And while I'm up there, me and Keith will probably plan a good vinyl set. As you all know from last week, I've been collecting some good vinyl. Well, really, it's a lot to do with this show, and I've picked out a lot of vinyl that has got great reactions on this show, and as well as stuff that I wanted, and as well as stuff that I should have. So I've been spending a lot of money, and my boxes are coming up to Dunfermline with me. He's only 25, you know. Do you not know that, Keith? And my boxes are coming up to Dunfermline. He just shouts. I thought Susie knew, Rach. And what we're going to do is the Friday night, I think, is Keith's birthday. And what we'll plan to do is me and my good friend Keithy Boy will go back to back and do a live show from their house in Dunfermline. It'll probably be on the Friday night. If not the Friday night, maybe the Saturday night. But it's written like a pop star. But we'll sort something out. And you can all tune in. And we'll all have Keithy's birthday up in Dunfermline live on Mixcloud. Keithy K's number 3, his final track, and his male soul artist comes from Mr. Turley Richards. And I feel alright. Remember, and get the Saturday off, Susie. Tell them you're not working. We'll bring plenty of gin. Saturday night would be better. Okay, we might plan it for the Saturday, Rob. Because I know you've got your show on the Friday night. I was thinking of doing it after your show, Rob. I won't clash. Get the stovies on. Good evening, John Kent. How you doing, pal? Woohoo! Show your appreciation, guys. Over the Irish Sea, Paul. You're getting closer to home, pal. Between the Isle of Man and Blackpool. You're on the boat. Good evening, Mr. Don Martin's in the house. How you doing, Don? Woo! Turley Richards and I Feel Alright brings you to the final track from my good friend Keith K's My 3 Before 8, and your CD will be out to you this week, pal. And I'm so looking forward to going up to see the K's and Maisie Moon. I've not seen them for years, and it's going to be good. And we're going to have a great weekend. Just make sure you're off. I don't want you working, Susie or Keith, because there'll be too much drink there to even think about work. And we're going to have an absolutely fabulous time. And I'm so looking forward to it. And as we say, we'll plan either the Friday or the Saturday night between myself and Keith when we get up there what we're going to do. And we'll work it out from there, and we'll let you all know. And please tune in, because it'll be a fantastic night to celebrate Keith's 25th birthday party. Next up, the lovely Linda Haycock. I was a bit gutted that we couldn't go when we were down at Rob and Teresa Farr's. I would have liked to have went and nipped in and seen the lovely Linda and Dave Haycock, because they're a fantastic couple. And but they had things on, so we couldn't do it. But lovely Linda, as always, sends in some great tracks in this show. This is Little Al, that's Big Al's wee brother, and the Maxi Dines. It's called Lonely Days of My Life. It's out of the box, you know.
Such a beautiful thing. But now that you're gone, hold your mind.
She's 30, actually. You're welcome, Linda.
Don't come my life like a trace of spring.
That's better than what I was going to say. I thought it was his 50th.
Honey, why did you go? Baby, you know.
I will reveal next week's My 3 Before 8 next.
Yeah, baby. Honey, I'm alone tonight. Now I'm standing at the edge of night, searching for tomorrow without a guiding light. The only thing that keep me going on. The memories of your sweet lips and the way I held you in my arms. Baby, why did you leave me, girl? Oh, baby, been so long.
See it, Rob, fam.
So lonely,
He's in the room. I don't know where the bull is without the chair.
yeah, baby, I just need you. Now I'm standing here at the edge of night. I'm searching for tomorrow without a ray of light.
Well,
Shadows
there,
have fallen over my life.
there he is, the bull from Birmingham.
Now that you go.
He's got a wee bit of his tail cut off. But he's in the room now. That was Little Al and the Maxidines and Lonely Days of My Life, sent by the lovely Linda Haycock down there in the West Midlands. Next up, very unusual track this, from a good friend Colin Wignall down there in Anderton. But it's a great track that I've always loved. And I don't know, there's a few remixes of this track. I don't know if there was an original done by these two artists, but Colin never picked out a certain mix. But this is my mix that I've always favoured. This is Randy Roberts and Richard Burton, and it's called Stairway to Heaven. The bull ring, though. I'm going to call him Rob. Don't know why.
Feels like heaven. Well, let's go. Climbing our stairway to heaven.
Is it the right one, Colin?
Walking the roads of ecstasy. Of this whole world off our shoulders. The door is wide open for you. The door's wide open for me. Oh yeah. Oh.
Great track, George.
Stealing a moment of pleasure.
Come on.
We're gonna find the pirate's treasure. Oh baby, here we go. Climbing a stairway, and we're gonna take it one step at a time.
Cheers, Colin.
Just hold my hand, baby. Let me lead you to the promised land, a place that we love forever. And we're going.
Don't mention step by step. I forgot that was in it. Well, thank you, Anne-Marie. I'll do it after this. I get carried away.
One step at a time. Give you my peace of mind. You bring me so much joy. Hold my hand.
Have it. Oh, you've been washing up. Good boy.
Just you and me. All this long time. I wanna go. Don't you wanna go? Yeah. All the years. All those years we put in together, baby. I said, it's time to go. Time to go. Hey! We're climbing the steps. Step by step by step. Oh, yeah. We gon' take our time. Take our time. Oh, ain't no love like this, baby.
Grab it. Come on.
We climbing.
Yes, the new member, yes. Mark Kenner. I don't know if he's in the show family, but he's watching the show, yes. What a tune. Randy Roberts and Richard Burton. And there's some great dance mixes of that. Stairway to Heaven. That was the Nigel Lewis remix. Sent in by my good friend Colin Wignall down there in Anderton. Next up, guess what? We have next week's My 3 Before 8, which comes from a lovely lady who has just celebrated her 60th birthday. And she goes by the name of Sue Ellis down there in Derby. So next week, the lovely Sue will pick me a female soul artist, a male soul artist, and a soul band. And she'll send them to me no later than Saturday. And they'll be in the show next week at 10 to 8. You got that, Sue? If you've not, George, tell Sue. So she's got it. Next track comes from the gorgeous Georgie herself. Great old house tune. Great sound of CC Peniston. We got the love thing. You're welcome, Sue. She's chair dancing. Woo! No Elvis, Sue. No Elvis, please. Got to be soul. I know you love Elvis. Tunes are out there, guys. Where is Belly on the telly? Is he lurking in the background, selling electricity? Definitely no Elvis. You've got your pillow, you're happy. Cuddle him every night. Good evening, Stevie boy. Back in the room. How you doing, pal? Your track was on first tonight, Stevie, so you're getting catch up. Put him in the spare room. So you put him in the spare room. You have a night with Elvis. How's the internet, John Kidd? A lot better? Georgie says when she sees me. Woo! He's my man. I know where they come from, I'll be like. Great track, the great sound of C.C. Peniston. And We Got a Love Thing. Sent in by Gorgeous Georgie herself. And it was out of the box, as is 44 of the tracks tonight. There's only one Bob, and it's not been played yet. Guess what? Next week's My 3 Before 8 comes from the lovely Sue Ellis. And tonight, the lovely Sue Ellis has picked The Intruders. Philadelphia soul at its best. This is The Intruders, and she's a winner. It's out of the box. Nice one, John. It's out of the box.
Stone thoroughbred, got a lot of brains in her head. She's got a lifestyle, she makes my life worthwhile. Personality, well, she's the girl for me. Sometimes she's out of line, but I'll give her my last dime. She's number one at my door. My baby, she's the winner.
No, it's not a Bob. It's out of the box. Welcome, Sue.
Around the last lap of the home stretch, they're running neck to neck. It's My Baby and Other Woman. It's My Baby. She's the winner.
I can't remember it, Johnny. I watched a lot of Pad's People in my young days. I had a crush on a few of them. Great tune from Gamble and Huff and Philadelphia Soul at its best. The sound of The Intruders, and she's a winner. Out of the box from the lovely Sue Ellis. As is this from Mr. Rob Farr. Mr. Smooth will like this. Sound of Stevie Wonder. Teach Me Tonight.
Did you say I've got a lot to learn? But I think I'm trying not to learn. Since this is a perfect spot to learn, come on, teach me tonight.
Starting with the ABC of it. Back down to the XYZ of it. Help me solve the mystery of it. Ooh, I want to talk tonight. Because sky's a blackboard high above me.
You're welcome, Rob.
If a shooting star goes by, I'll use that star to write I love you. Valentine across the sky.
One thing isn't very clear, my love. Should that teacher stand so near my love?
Yeah.
Graduation's almost here, my love. Come on, teach me tonight.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, come on, fellas.
Come on, fellas.
Thank you, Roberta.
Teach me tonight.
I do agree with you, yeah. And there's a lot more goodies to come.
Cause the skies are black and high above me, and if a shooting star goes by, I'll use that star to write I love you 1,000 times across the sky.
One thing isn't very clear, Stevie. Should the teacher stand so near?
Love it.
Right away, since you're almost here, and I want to be talking tonight.
Hey, come on, baby. Come on, teach me tonight.
Yes, I will.
Albert's still got the posters on the wall.
Teach me tonight. Yeah.
Legs and go. And hot gossip. Wendy's forgot to take them down.
Teach me, teach me, teach me, teach me, teach me, baby. Yeah, hold it, yeah.
Fantastic. Stevie Wonder. The Wonder of Stevie. Teach Me Tonight, sent in by my good friend Rob Farr. And as you said, they've come across the Dinah Washington version and then he found this. And that's a great thing about digging sometimes is you like a track by a certain artist. And then if you just put the track in, say on, what do you call it, YouTube, and just put the name of the track in, then you've got a lot of different artists singing the same track. And sometimes you can hear really good versions. Just a little wee hint about when you're digging for tunes. Well, we've come to that part of the show where we find our first and only Bob of the show tonight. I really wanted to give this guy a prize, but I'm not going to. I'm only kidding. It's just that it's a double Bob, and it can happen to anyone who's out there. You all know that. That if you pick a tune that's a Bob, then I give you a chance to pick a second tune, and if the second tune is a Bob, then it goes in the show, and there's nothing I can do about it. Otherwise, I just keep saying it's a Bob, it's a Bob, it's a Bob, it's a Bob, and we could go on for weeks. But so it's unfortunate when you do pick a double Bob. But don't forget, these Bobs are great tunes. And the only Bob of tonight comes from a good friend down there in Brinnington, Mr. Philip Kerr. This is the Natural 4, Hanging on a Lie. Previously requested by Mr. Belly on the Telly himself.
I've been living in a world of fantasy. Ever since my little girl strayed away from me. I've been telling myself my days are getting longer.
I should give you a gold star, Phil. Got to get digging, Phil. Get digging. You were picking some great tunes last year. McEwen's in hand. My type of guy. Nice one, Alec. Cheers, pal. Oh, what now, Johnny? Carol Fletcher.
Only Bob.
Only Bob,
Needs a CD for that.
What?
I'll tell me send you a CD, Phil.
Georgie will make the CD for the film.
Aye. Well, there's only Bob on the show tonight.
I know, aye. Oh, you're getting better, Georgie.
Lonesome Bob. You'll get a wee present, darling.
Oh, please don't you start with your present. Rob the Bull's up there. It's not bad, Corky. She's getting better. She's going to send you a present for having the only Bob in the show tonight, Mr. Philip Kerr. You're a lucky guy. I don't know what she's going to send you, but we'll find something through the week and we'll send you it down. Brilliant. And as I keep saying, the Bobs in the show are still great tracks, and that's why they're Bobs, because they've been picked before. They're good tracks. So don't feel downhearted because you pick a Bob. But in honesty, Phil should really feel downhearted because he's the only Bob in the show. I was praying tonight when I was going through all the tracks, and I keep thinking, God almighty, they're picking some great tracks when I was going through them today. And I'm saying to myself, tell you what, we could have a no Bob show tonight. And then poor Phil goes and busts it all. Great track though. The Natural Four and Hanging on a Lie, sent in by Mr. Phil Kerr. Now here's the track where I'm expecting a lot of people to turn around and say, that's got to be a Bob. That has got to be a Bob. Just remember, guys, I did lose a lot of data and I never had the names. I had the names beside them, but I didn't tag them. So when I lost my data, all the names went from the tracks. So it may have been on the show as a request before, but because I've not got a name with it on my laptop, it means it is out of the box. Don't shout at me if you had this as a request before. It surprised me, and it comes from the lovely, the one and only Mrs. O. This is Linda Jones. My heart needs a break.
You are my inspiration. When I'm with you, God, I feel a great sensation. You are the light of my heart, just like that great star up above.
This lady could sing, I'm gonna go. I would have given you a Rob if you wanted to look.
My heart needs a break.
You had to go through about 15,000 tracks. It took you a while. You're welcome, Mrs. O.
You're 18 now, and I'm 23. We live in the country, darling, with both our families. My love for you, I know it can't change, 'cause what you did twisted my brain. So darling, my heart needs, I'm begging you, baby, yeah. Please not, darling, of my love.
Shivers.
Please,
Woo.
my heart needs a break. The benefits of love is the beauty you hold within, but the love of your heart should be the one you believe. Woo. I only hope it's me. Listen, baby, you with me now. Oh, and I'm with you. Our love will be airtight. No one can get through. That's
What's the
way
value
it
in this?
should be.
I want to buy this.
You and me. Just like a
Tell me, Mike Dunn.
two or three. Now, darling, my heart needs, yeah. Oh, down on you, baby. Love.
On the Loma label.
Don't you just get it? My heart needs a break. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, darling, why don't you give it?
Love it. What a singer that lady is. Linda Jones, and My Heart Needs a Break. And if anybody's got that on the Loma label, just send me a message and say, Tam, you can have it for a tenner. And I'll buy it off you. As long as it's not a boot, I'll buy it off you. Right. Johnny, have you got that in your box? That's something that I need in my box. So at the present time, Mr. Mike Dunn up there in Broxford is going through his computer and checking out to see the value of that track, and he will let me know as soon as possible, and I may dive in and buy it. This next track comes from a good friend, Mr. Robert Furness, better known to all of us as Mr. Smooth, and he's got a lovely wife called Lynn, who comes to all the gigs that I do most of the time. And Robert's picked some fantastic tunes in this show, but the Four Tops is one of his favourites. And are you man enough? 200. Nice one. I can do that. Send me the link.
There's not a street that you can walk. You got to watch just who you're talking to.
Johnny!
To get you. Can't
It's alright, I'll get it, Johnny.
smiling face. Next thing you know, there ain't no trace of you. And this I bet you, some people lose and some folks win. It's a matter of what they do. Are you man enough, big and bad enough? Are you gonna let them shoot you down when the evil flies and your brother cries?
Woo!
Are you gonna be around? Someone needs a friend. Just
Is it called Africa Thief Ship? Didn't know that.
man enough when the going's rough? Is it in your heart to care?
That'll do me, Mike Dunn. 20 quid.
No pretending it goes away. With every step that you take, you pay your dues. And I ain't lying.
Message me the link.
You got to struggle to see the light. How someone's looking to steal your right to choose. And they don't stop trying. It's like a jungle outside the door. And it's keeping you so confused. Are you man enough? Big and bad enough? Are you gonna let them shoot you down when the evil flies and your brother cries? Are you gonna be around? Gotta keep your eye on the passers-by, better watch your step. Cause you never know where the knife will go and they ain't missed yet. The strong survive, they stay alive, they always
Love the Four Tops.
but that they never teach you in school.
Come on.
Are you man enough, big and bad enough? Are you gonna let them shoot you down when the evil flies and your brother cries? Are you gonna be around? Someone needs a friend just around the bend. Don't you think you should be there? Are you man enough when the going gets rough? Is it in your heart to care? Are you man enough, big and bad? Are you big and bad enough? Are you gonna let them shoot you down when the evil flies and your brother supplies? Are you gonna be around?
Brilliant. I love it, Mike. I love it. You buy it, I'll send you the money. That's cool. See, I know Mike Dunn's on the ball. While I'm doing the show, I'll get Mike to just find the records. You buy them, I'll send him the money, and everything's cool. That's great, isn't it? And we can start something like that, especially with the guys that are DJs and that are looking for tracks. It's like Corky the other week when Corky was asking for Shishi. When I seen that on the show, and I went and I looked in all places for Shishi, and I was checking out the value of it and things like that, because it is a good track and it's been played on the show quite a few times as well. But it's a very, very hard track to find, very rare. And if I had found something that Corky wanted, I would send them the link. So that's what we do with each other, especially the DJ side of us. You know, there's quite a few of us here that do the DJing. Johnny, Corky, Mike Dunn, Keith K, just to mention a few, Deep Penman. So if you're looking for tracks, we can start a little group where we can tell people what we're looking for or what we would like or what we have for sale or things like that, and we can do it within each other rather than putting it out there at the public. And sometimes Johnny Wood as well. You know, Johnny's got a fantastic collection, and sometimes you want to just pass other stuff on or move stuff on to get other stuff. And the vinyl thing, it can go bananas. I never thought I would get to this stage and start buying vinyl again, but I just feel there's a necessity along the line somewhere, and it's really got the bug at the moment. And I bought a little 100 box, and it says to Georgie, I'm going to buy 100 records. I'm going to keep them 100 records, and then if people want me to do a vinyl set, because I don't get a lot of gigs down in the big, what do you call it, Northern Soul things, because I'm a digital DJ, and people look upon that as not good enough for, you know, the snobs of this world. So I thought to myself, why not just build a box up of 100 tunes that I would like to have in my box that I know I could go to any venue, anywhere, play and get them on the dance floor. And that was my idea. I have now purchased a 200 box because I've bought that many records. So you can imagine how it's going. I don't know if they do 500 boxes, but we'll leave that for another time. But that's the way it's going. So let's all, as DJs, as Soul Family members that do DJ, if we've got records or looking for records, let's all get together, work together, and help each other to find tunes if you're looking for tunes, or sell tunes if you want to sell tunes and things like that. And it's, yes, you're carrying them, Georgie. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get Deke back in as my roadie. But that's what we can do if it's okay with you guys. Right, next up, we know this guy picks fantastic tunes and we love him, and we love his wife, the lovely Pat. This is the sound from Mr. Alec Mack. This is Tony Lamar. Just in the nick of time. Not forgetting Albie Babby. He's collecting as well. Oh, poor Shaz. Get well soon, Shaz. Here's right done. I'll phone you tomorrow. Got a wee plan. Keep it work. I've got the good boxes, I'll be baby. The expensive one. But they're light. Just give Albert a record. Brilliant, love it. Tony Lamar. And just in the nick of time, sent in by my good friend down there in Ashby, in Scunthorpe, the lovely Alec Mack and his lovely wife, Pat. I hope Pat's cool. Where's the robin, Georgie? Pat will be looking for the robin. Where's the robin? Georgie? Where's the robin? I've not seen the robin for a while. Have you put it in there? What have you done with the robin, Georgie?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, you've hid it, Georgie.
No,
Oh, there he's there.
Robin's always there
Oh, he's always there. I hid him with the chocolate bar. There he is.
for Pat.
Called Pat's Robin. And we were down in Birmingham, and you know there's a big Cadbury factory in Birmingham. And the lovely Robin Teresa Fat went away and got his TeeBee in Jersey, a big, he wanted a whole nut one. But unfortunately, I like whole nut, but we didn't do the big size whole nut. So we just got the normal Cadbury's one. But it's great, they've got the TeeBee logo and everything on it, and her name, so that goes in the room. Tell Pat Robin's here. I never seen him. Okay. He's way back in his wee nest. Next up, there's only
There's
one.
your bar of chocolate.
It's only a few kilograms. I'll be able to work it off. I know, pal, I know, yeah. Right, let me start reading some of these messages. I was crying, I know, I seen that, Johnny. Especially when you don't play much less account of how much I've spent these last couple of years. I can imagine, Corky. I mean, I've only been doing it for a couple of weeks now, and I just thought it was maybe... No, don't even mention the snake, Rob Fa. You know not to mention the snake. And and I've went bananas. I think a few grand in the last few weeks. But the tracks that I want, and I just want to build a box up that I can take to any venue, and I know I'll get them dancing. Because I've been here a long time doing this shit, as they call it. A DJ, man. Next up, Mr. Sean O'Callaghan, Hooligan. Sent in Cool Blues. And I'm going to keep on loving you. Mrs. O. Oh, I'll eat that, aye. That'll be a snack at dinner time. She did eat all my favourite roses. Teresa. Don't send me step by step. You're welcome, Sean Boy. Yeah, it was a very memorable night, Shane. I don't want to play that record again. And every time I go to a venue and Mags is there, we got step by step, damn. I will be remembered about it for the rest of my life. John a loop. No, I can't remember the night, no. Oblivious to it all. I know you do, Alec. I'll never live it down. I believe the brandy. If I stayed on the McEwens, I'd be okay. Not in my box, George. Certain records I wouldn't have in my box. I don't know if everybody knows the story, but when I was starting out way back in 1974, I collected a lot of vinyl, and then I worked in a record shop, an independent record shop here in Dumfries, and I was a hoarder. All the new stuff, especially Motown and soul and all that, Northern soul and everything that come in, I was buying it every week. Most weeks I didn't collect any wages from the record shop because I spent all my wages on vinyl, and I had a massive, massive collection of vinyl, going through from 77 up until maybe 2000, before I started all the dance music stuff, which I've still got behind me. And we got our house broken into 1996, and the bastards stole my vinyl and a lot of the other stuff from the house. And I said then that I wouldn't buy vinyl again because I was so gutted of what I'd lost, and I thought I wouldn't be able to collect again what I'd already collected previously. And I thought, and then you see the prices of the vinyl and what they were costing, and you know, I was picking some of them records up in the record shop for like a £5 and a £10 and things like that, and now they're maybe £5,000. And I've got a reggae box. It's digital though. And I think, as I said last week, I think it was when Johnny says to me, come down, we're doing back to back down at Junction 36 in Barnsley. I just thought, Johnny says, I've got all the records, that was cool. And that's nice of Johnny to say that. But I just felt I need to have my own thing to do this, rather than, I don't want to have to rely on other DJs if I want to do a vinyl set. So I thought, I've got a wee bit of cash. I've been winning a lot of money on the horses. So don't tell Georgie. And I decided, let's invest it. So I've been buying vinyl. So just shows you know the score. My good friend over in Winnipeg. Is this a Bob Dam? No. It actually is. But the person that's left the show. So it's now classed as out of the box. Because it's Curtis Blandon in the long run. Goes by the name of JC.
Did you think my heart was made of stone? You knew it would break when you left me all alone.
Surprised you never got barred for that, Johnny.
But my heart hurts too, like yours is gonna do. Oh, baby, baby, baby.
I'll blame you, Johnny. I'll blame you, Johnny.
Talking about the long run. Hey girl,
Brilliant name, Ice Cubes.
feel your heart with so much glue.
Thank you, Martin Barlow and Mags. They were great Ice Cubes.
Someone loving you, woman, and living in so much misery. Remember Nero's face, just as long as don't burn. That's a lesson in that we've all got to learn in the long run. Baby, in the long run. Talking about the long run. If you put him aside and come back as my bride, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I would throw away my pride, keep you satisfied. If
That's
you
correct, Rob. Yes, a lot of stories.
Oh, but if you insist on being cruel, keeping me
It's a sad day. It was a sad day.
Hey girl, does it fill your heart with so much glee to see someone loving you, woman, and living in so much misery? Remember Nero's face, just as long as don't burn. That's a lesson in that we all got to learn in the long run. Baby, in the long run. Talking about the long run. Somebody's gonna hurt you. Baby, in the long run. Baby, in the long run. Just like you're hurting me. Baby, in the long run. Baby, in the long run. You got to get what's coming to you, woman. Baby, in the long run. Baby, in the long run.
Brilliant tune. Curtis Blandon. And in the long run, sent in by my good friend over there in Winnipeg, JC. Are we getting the OG's story, JC? I'm looking forward to the OG's stories. JC put up if you wanted the OG's and the contours. And I think a lot of his would have liked the OJ story, because I think there's more meat in the OJ story. That's the reason that I picked it. And GC does a lot of good bios with some of these old soul groups, artists and bands and things like that. And he puts them up on the page, so if you get the chance to have a read, it just gives you a little insight into what went on with the bands, what music they produced, what they done in their early years, how many times the band members changed and things like that. Great. You've got to have this kind of knowledge, especially as a DJ. But just as a normal person, it's nice to know that knowledge, especially when you're out at gigs and they go, yeah, I see, what do you call him? He was one of the OGs, and then they moved him to, oh, did he? And they think you know everything. But it's GC's educating us about these things. Some of us are very well educated musically, but I still love them. And they're on. That's the link. He's put it up there. If you get the chance, check it out, because there's some great bios. Now, we all know Dave and Marion Bennett up there. They go by Dundee Soulman and Girl. And they've got a son, Kyle, who is not very well. He's been in hospital. You can remember we got him the sensory egg and things like that. And he's not been very well in the last couple of days. So they're at the hospital with Kyle. So that's why they're not on the show tonight. He texted me and told me, and he'd watch it on catch up. I've been wanting to do something for Kyle. And I think when I'm up at the Keys at the end of the month, I'm going to announce something, just a little charity thing between the Soul family for Kyle, to get him some sensory stuff for his room. And it's just between us. And it's just a case of just chipping in money, and then we'll give it to David Marion so that Kyle can have something. I'll just hope everything's okay with him at the hospital. David Marion have sent in a great track by Charles Thomas. The man with the golden touch. It's out of the box. Yeah, we wish Kyle all the best. Hope he gets through this. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Emily. He's just got something wrong with his chest. It's not serious, so hopefully he'll be okay. Jerry Lee Lewis, the film star. Thank you, Susie. I know, Johnny. We'll do something when we're at the Keys. Yeah, what a tune from the lovely Dave and Marion Bennett up there in Dundee. Charles Thomas and the man with the golden touch. And thanks for all your comments, guys. Fantastic. And as I said, it's just a chest infection that he's maybe had, and he's finding it hard to breathe. That's what Dave said. And hopefully he'll get through it. He's at a hospital. And hopefully things will work out okay. And what we'll do is when we're up at Keith and Susie's, we'll maybe organise a little fundraiser thing just to give David Marion something, to get Kyle something for his bedroom, one of the sensory things or something like that. Next up, the lovely Mag Shoes. She's a dancer. This is Jimmy's Soul Clack. Tell her, Mags.
Take a little time to tell her that you love her. Yes, you do love her. Take a little time to tell the girl now that you need her. Whoa, that girl you dancing with, boy, she sure is fine.
Love that chord.
Give her the whole wide world if that
Ma Bruns, boys. That was my mother's name, Ma Bruns. The one and only Ma Bruns. Here's Tisha. And Johnny Kidd, he's another DJ in the Soul family. I'm George Ellis. George just likes 12 inches of.
You're Ma Bruns.
Where's Ma Bruns?
Ma Bruns. Betty. I used to call her Betty.
Yeah, how you doing? What a tune. Jimmy's Soul Clack and Teller. Out of the box, never been played on the show, from the lovely Mag Shoes. When that lady walks into a venue, she just gets up and dances. Glass in a glass. Gotta get this gas out of me. So Johnny and Jill for the week in Benidorm for their anniversary, and as they do, and normally this time of the year, this is Jackie's anniversary. Well, I think it's next week. It's either the 13th or the 15th of September. And normally Johnny and Jilly and all the Ryan and people like that do a walk. But Johnny was telling us when we were down there the other week that he's going to stop the walks just to give Kate and Ryan time just to get through it all. And but he doesn't forget, and we don't forget, about the lovely Jackie Williman, because we play a track every week. And the greatest thing this week is King of the Bobs, who Johnny has went and picked an out of the box tune. And this is how we remember the lovely Jackie Williman, by playing music from her brother and his lovely wife Jilly in remembrance of Jackie. And this is Chris Jackson, I'll Never Forget You. This is your Justice for Jackie tune. Yellow Love Hearts only. You'll never forget her.
You walked into my life and made it bright and sunny. Your sweet, sweet loving was like a taste of honey. You washed away my tears, and if I live 1,000 years, girl, I'll never forget you, girl, because you got the love that I need.
Come on, Jackie. 4 years.
You drink for Jackie.
Yeah, to the one and only Jackie Williams.
For Jackie.
Hi, and as Johnny says, he's going up to the tree this year. It's been 4 years since them bastards murdered that lady, and it's so a poignant moment. We were there with the tree with Johnny and Jilly just a few weeks ago, and when you really see the whole story of it all, it breaks your heart. It does, to know that that woman was killed in that way. It's terrible, terrible, and believe you me, I know just maybe in the 2 or 3 years that Johnny Wood's been in this family, how much he appreciates them yellow love hearts every Sunday that come on this show from all you guys. It means the world to him. It can bring up my tears sometimes, and we'll never stop that. And that's the great thing about us, is because we'll remember things like that. Thank you guys. Your appreciation is incredible. Next up, the lovely George Ellis. No, Sue's lovely. George is okay. This is Jenny Rain, Chasing My Dream, all over town. We love you, Johnny and Jilly. No, above, George. Out of the box. Thank you, see. It's nice to call George lovely now and again. Straight up. We're a good bunch of people. Fantastic. You won't find better in the world. He's a good man. He's still in the spare room. You're sleeping with Elvis. Yeah, Chasing My Dream all over town. The sound of Jenny Rain, and sent him with my good friend down there in Derby, Mr. George Ellis. And as you said, he's been a diamond this last week. And you know when you've got a good man or a good lady, because when your birthday and all the celebrations that come up, and they're right there by your side, and they do everything and help you a lot during that week, rather than leaving you to do it all. It's very precious. And George is a good guy. And so is the lovely Sue. Next up, another great couple, and it's so you maybe see a different side of it because a lot of you have not met, but because myself and Georgie have met quite a lot of you, what's that, Ling, Georgie? What's Ling? Are you going Chinese, Georgie? Ling. What's Ling? And we know there's a fantastic load of couples, and as well as the singles.
What? Rochelle wants to come to the Sammy Ling.
All right.
And I wrote Sammy Lung.
I thought we were going Chinese for a moment. Right, okay. And there's a lot of lovely couples out there in the Soul family, as well as the singles like Julie, Stevie Boy, Rochelle, loads of them. And it's very, very hard to find a group of people that's just so nice and so appreciative, and when you meet each other, you all get on? There's no inhibitions, there's no I met or any of this shit. We're just good company for everybody. And that's what amazes me, how nobody looks Chinese. And that's why it works. Shaz and Corky, another great couple. Terry and Susan, fantastic couple. And I think I've been so what do you call it? Amazed in this past year when I've got the chance to get out there and go and meet people and sit in their houses and have a drink with them and have a chat with them and have a laugh with them. I mean, it means the world to me and Georgie. I mean, can you tell me any other DJ in the world that goes out to meet his listeners like we do? Nobody does it. Is there another show in the world that gets the listeners to pick all these great tracks every week? I've never found one. It's very unique what we've got. And if we can keep it unique and the way we do it and keep being who we are, we've got something very, very special. Like this lovely couple, Matt and Fluff Johnson. Selected Archie Bell and the Drells. My balloon's going up. 2, 3, 4. Love it. Woohoo!
All the time we've been going together. Girl, I've been in a day.
If you come over, JC, I'll be there. I'd love to come to Canada. You never know. But if you're coming over, we'll meet. I love you, Susie. Welcome, Fluff. 2, 3, 4. Fella his soul.
First I'm gonna do some other things I wouldn't do when you're around. Then I'll find those smiling faces you would always give a frown.
I know, Alec. You never know, Alec. Thank you, Jane. Going up. I was just going to say that, George. We love you, Phil and Donna. Oh, come on, Mads. I hate that internet. We need internet everywhere. I want to go and visit Mags and Martin and Cinnamon Brown. We'll make plans for that when we're doing the East Coast. Fantastic couple, Phil and Donna. Paul Kerr and his wife, fantastic. And that's what's great when we done the Weekender there. And believe me, it was maybe me that put it all together, but the idea actually come from Robert Furness and Mag Hughes. They were the two people that instigated it during lockdown, saying, wouldn't it be nice if we could just all get together in Dumfries and have a night? And then that's when I organised the Weekender. And then getting the likes of Paul Kerr and Phil and Donna and Martin Taggart and his wife and people that we haven't seen. It was fantastic. And Johnny said as well when we were down at Johnny's and Jolly's, it was so nice getting it all sitting there. And he was sitting with Robert Furness and Terry and Susan, and he was saying how fantastic they all are, and how nice they all are, Mrs. O and Sean. And I mean, I know how good people are. And people don't have to tell me, I know that people on this show. And I don't know, I just think we've got something very, very precious that would really hurt me if I ever lost it. Next up, we're going to see this guy. And we're talking about the East Coast, because I want to go down and meet Phil and Donna. And we're going to do Alec and Pat, because they're just quite close to Phil and Donna. I want to do Carol Cameron, because she's up in, where is it? I can't remember now. But in the northeast. And I also want to do, well, I always do Alec and Pat. because they're close. And there's about 4 or 5. And what we're thinking of doing is October's not too bad, but it may be November time that we're going to do the East Coast and come down and visit you. And I know it's not going to be feasible for everybody. We'll try and work around things to try and make it work. But if you're away working or if it's not possible, then fine. I'll phone you before it. I won't just turn up at your door and expect you to be there like I did at the start. I will give you plenty of time. So I'll try and organise that around the maybe November time and see how it works. And because I want to meet everybody. And this is one guy I want to meet. Goes by the name of Mr. Dave Rimmer. And his lovely wife Val. This is G and the Techniques. Help yourself to all my loving.
You're sweeter than ice cream and candy. When I'm in need, girl, you understand me. You bring me sunshine and my sky look gray. Each time you
We did
smile,
say yes.
the music play. Girl, I'm in love and I just wanna
You did, John, yes, thank you. Warner Brothers. I think Mike's got me the good version. The reissues for 20 quid, that's cool. Oh, and he's got it for $12.50. Cheaper the better, we're Scottish. Thank you anyway, Tel.
I think of your kisses and I lose control. Loving like yours, I love.
Yes, I'll mention that, Robert.
Come on, sweet baby, reach inside my soul. To all of my loving, help yourself. To all of my loving, help yourself. To all of my loving, now that you want my heart. I think of your kisses and I lose control. Loving like yours, I know I'll never go home. So come on, sweet baby, reach inside my soul. Help yourself to all of my loving. Help yourself to all of my loving. Help yourself to
Good night, Mags. Take care, darling. Watch it and catch up. I don't. I think Big Edie's got the cinnamon browse banners, but he promised Corky and Shaz them, so we can get them anyway. Now, I mentioned last week that sitting with Johnny and Jilly last week. That's great, Phil. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Phil. That Johnny would love, because of the weekender, and just like Robert Furness said there as well, wouldn't it be great again if we could just all meet up? So what we want to play, well, what Johnny had put to me was, let's all get together somewhere, Middle England, so that everybody can come. We're not going to do it in Scotland, so that it's harder for the English to come up, or vice versa. And I know it can be difficult. You've got like the lovely Terry and Susan away up in Brecon if we do it in Middle England, but I've got to pick somewhere. And what I thought was, I don't want to pick somewhere like Barnsley where Johnny is, or somewhere where, you know, somebody's Blackpool or places like that. I want to pick a place, Middle England. I thought about Leeds, Manchester, around about that area. Find a hotel and let's all get booked into the hotel. That gives a lot of people the opportunity to come down if they want to come down, if they can come down. We've got to work on dates. It's going to be next year. There's not going to be music or anything like that. I'm not coming down to play or anything, but what we're going to do is we're all going to come. Hi, Leslie Lanks. We're all going to come down so that we can have a weekend. We can sit in a bar, we can have a drink and a chat, and we can get to know everybody. And that's what Johnny's intention was when he mentioned it to me. And it is a great idea. And that idea come from the weekender. But while we're down there and doing this for the weekend, if there is something on, like a soul night somewhere, we may go to it. That may happen. But the original planning for us is going to be finding a hotel, Middle England. Everybody can come if they're available to come. Some people may be on holiday, some people may not be able to come, that's fine. But try and work it round people and see how it works. And let's see everybody coming together just to have a weekend with each other. Great idea. And it all come from Mr. Johnny Wood. Next up, Mr. Tom Thompson. The Imperial Seas. Someone tell her. Tell Jane what?
When I tell her that I love her, oh, she thinks that
I know you'll be there, John Kidd.
boy,
I know the K's will be there. I know Mr. Farr will be there.
but won't somebody tell her
Roberta will be there. Colin will be there.
that I need her? Tell her that I want her, oh, to be mine. When she thinks
You'll be there soon, George.
I would desert her,
It's not been on yet, Ruth and Chris.
oh, I told her not to think that way, 'cause I'll be with her
Not realised I've been doing a lot of
the
yap.
rest of my days.
Better start playing some tunes.
Trying to prove that I love
Don
her,
Martin.
proving that I need her,
It's got to be a bit up north, not south.
that I want her.
We've got a lot of Scottish people that want to come as well. You've got to understand that. Due south, Don.
I said I'm gonna be right.
Are you going to bed, Ruth? You want me to play it next?
You can take me, no matter.
No, no, well,
Say I do.
I've got a few in my head, you see.
Believe me when I tell you
Are you going to bed, Ruth? I'll play it next if you want.
that I need
No, okay. Stay up. Chrissy boy. What a tune. The Imperial Seas and someone tell her from my good friend, Mr. Tom Thompson, who has raised within the group £57,000 for cancer research by doing a fishing thing down there where he lives. Well done, Tom. I know he was doing this charity thing. I think I gave him a couple of CDs just to put into the charity. And well done, Tom, and all the guys that have raised all that money. The Imperial Seas, someone tell her, Mr. Tom Thompson, out of the box. Top man. Next up, there's only one. I'm lucky enough to call her Susie Wong. Her real name's Susie Kay. Shirley Ellis.
Shirley, Shirley, bo burly, banana, pineapple, furly, fee, fine, mo merly,
Can you sing this, Albert?
merly.
It's called The Name Game.
Lincoln, Lincoln, bo binkin, banana, pineapple, pinkin, fee, fine, mo minkin, Lincoln. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I could make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. But a B or an
You love them Yankee candles.
or an M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, the
Woo!
banana,
Got you.
banana, and a foe. And then I say the name again with an F, third
Thank you,
B and a
Leslie.
B, phi and a
Sorry
mo.
about the hassle.
And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme.
Sing, Albert.
Arnold, Bobano, Bonana, Fana, Fofano, P, Fine, Mominal, Arnold.
I know.
But if the first two letters are ever the same, drop them both Mary, drop the M's more airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Okay?
There you have it.
Now say Bo.
Hey, Bo.
Now Tony with a B. Then banana, founder, and foe. Then you say the name again with an F very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then you say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that you can rhyme. Everybody do Tony.
Tony.
Tony, Boboni, banana, banana, Boboni, fee, fi, momoni.
Sing it over.
Tony.
Tony.
Good. Let's do Billy.
Billy.
Billy, Bo, Illy, Bonana, Banana, Bo, Philly, fee, fi, mo, millie.
Right over.
Billy. Very good. Now let's do Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Bo, Marsha, Bonana, Banana, Bo, Fasha, fee, fi, mo, Asha. Marsha.
Masha.
A little trick with Nick. Nick, Nick, Bo, Big, Bonana, Banana, Bo, Big, fee, fi, mo, Mick. Nick. The name.
Love it. Yay. 3, 6, 9, and a wine. Don't them a minute, don't know the words. Brilliant, that. I can just imagine Albert singing that when he's dancing, chasing the train. And you don't know the words to that, Albert. It's too difficult. We want a tune from the lovely Susie Kay, and I'm so looking forward to getting up to the keys. And if you're still awake after the show, let's phone each other, please. So I've got some plans in my head, and I just want to run them by. So if you're still up after the show, the lovely Susie Wong and Keefy Boy, give us a phone. Next up, goes by the name of Big Al. Known to us as Mr. Alan Kennedy. This is Betty Fikes. Prove it to me.
Love me. That's gonna be kinda hard to believe. 'Cause what my sweet soul one day, I haven't once been to sleep. You got a way of getting next to good.
Come on.
All those fancy lines. But before I share my heart, I want to know right now that it's mine. So if you want me, prove it to me. Hey, if you need me, baby, prove it to me. Yeah, oh, baby, now. I know what you're thinking, baby, but I don't want no Cadillac. I don't need no fancy clothes, no, nor riches that go with that. A man's job is to please a woman, yeah, and in a way that he has. 'Cause money won't be there all the time.
Here's how it-
Daddy, no.
You're still to come to.
You must understand.
Come on.
If you want me, prove it to me. Yeah, if you need me, baby, prove it to me. Yeah, baby, no.
I think I'll maybe finish at 10 o'clock tonight.
It's hard for me to trust in you, baby, yeah. 'Cause I tried to once before.
I might do
I
50
gave you
tonight.
all that I had. Now here you come asking for more. You got a way of getting next to good, yeah. All those fancy lines.
Thank God there's no
Before I
cows.
sell my heart, I want to know right now that it's mine. So if you want me, come on and prove it. Yeah, if you need me, baby, prove it to me. Prove it to me, baby. Right now. You know I love you, baby. Prove it to me.
What a tune. Betty Fikes. And Prove It To Me from Mr. Al Kennedy. This is Mr. Jeff Campbell's request. The Turks.
The worst things in my life
bad brought out the good. Not Dolly Parton. Don't mention Dolly. Get on, Jeffy. Ruth and Chris Clear, Ruth and Chris Gray are up next. And then you can go to bed, Chris. You're a hard working man. Go, play ball.
You turned my bad to good. You made me see why I was oh so wrong. The bad. Ooh, baby, the worst thing in my life. Ooh, yeah. And baby, you brought out the love. Oh, love. Brought out the love. I said the bad. Ooh, baby, you brought out the good in me. And I said the bad. You brought out the good in me. And I want to thank you.
I want to thank you.
Baby, and I want to thank you, baby. And I want to thank you.
Love it.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, I do, baby. And I want to thank you, baby. Yes, I do.
What a tune. And as JC says, it's going to be difficult for me tonight to pick tune of the show. There's so many fantastic tunes, right from the early stuff, the slow stuff, and there's some great stuff still to come. But as a man of his word, I will be able to do it. And this next track comes from my good friends down in Wigan, the lovely Ruth and Chris Gray. Chris Gray. This is the Ikettes. What you gonna do about that, Chris? He's a good dancer, Chrissy boy. I've not seen Chris and Ruth for ages and all. What do you mean? Welcome, Jeff. You're welcome, Chief. Was it cocky? It might have been cocky, aye. There's no name beside it, pal. You're welcome, Ruth. And CG. I didn't notice, God. Your name's not beside it, mate, so it might have been the predator thing. Honestly, it's so awkward for me, and I've just got to go by. If there's not a name beside it, it's out of the box. So I would appreciate if you have had it on the show before. There's no point in saying it's a Bob, because you understand where I lost the data. I'm honest. Just trust in me. I never seen it, Cocky, sorry. But there's no name beside it, mate. It's my fault, nobody else's. The Ike Gates. And I believe Corky when he says that he probably sent in his request a while back. But you've got to believe me. Because of the loss of the data thing, I don't know and I can't judge. So what I've got to do is just say, if there's not a name beside the track when you request it, that to me is out of the box. And that's the way I've got to do it. And there's no point in yous coming every time and saying, oh, I requested that, or that's not an out of the box because it should be a Bob because I requested it. There's no point in telling me that because I can't change it. If there was a name beside it, I can, but there wasn't. So bear with me. That's the way it works. Next up, the Pesty Cell. If you're down in Liverpool, goes by any McCurky car. This is Joe Hicks, and I gotta be free.
Blue fall is falling on me, yeah.
I know, Cocky.
God, I can't hardly see. Wait now, let me count to 3, yeah. Got to be free.
It was the Ike Gates.
Can't stay in one place
JC.
too long. I can't wait.
IKETTES.
I found out where I wanna be. Got to be free. I have to follow
See what you started,
my
Cocky.
little star. Ain't nothing in
Go
the
far,
world
get your best.
stop me now.
That's yours, Cocky. Joe Hicks. I gotta be free. Shut up, Georgie.
Break through and find room to move, y'all. Break out and have room to groove now.
Anybody that says it's a Bob will go to battle from the show.
I got to be free. Listen to me, y'all.
Woo!
I have to follow after my little star. Ain't nothing in the world to stop me now. I don't care if it's near or far. If that's the place where I can be free. Break through and find room to move. Break out and have room to groove now. One way, and that's for me. Got to be free. Yes, sir. Got to. Ooh, yeah. Got to be, dog. Got to be free.
Yeah, the great son of Joe Hicks and I gotta be free. And it's not a Bob. And it come from Corky Car down there in Witness.
Up this morning with a feeling of despair. Looking for my lover, but she wasn't there. I found
Mike Dunn.
my surprise
The Knights of the Round Table.
from my eyes.
Big tears.
Yes.
It's out of the box.
Oh, I cried.
I cried.
Nothing but tears. Oh,
Right, my dear.
not knowing where to go, not knowing where to turn. My baby, she left me, yeah. And
Big
I'm the
tear.
one who caught the pain. I'm crying.
You're welcome, Mike.
Oh, I cry.
I'll phone you after the show, Mike.
Nothing but tears. Oh, lot of tears.
King of the Bobs, Johnny. Not tonight, though. Oh, baby.
Every day I'm crying about you. Knowing, girl, I can't make it without you. Every
Yeah, the
day
Bob
I'm
CDs.
sad and blue.
People love them.
Come on home, what will I do? I keep on crying. I keep on crying. Nothing but tears.
Behave, Bobby, Bobby.
A lot of tears. Oh, a lot of tears.
Big tears. Fun fact, Albert. The Knights of the Round Table and Big Tears sent in by my good friend who knows his stuff up there in Broxburn, Mr. Mike Dunn. Right, it's so hard when you're needing a pee and you've got all these tracks and they're only 2 minutes and 28 seconds. There's no 3 or 4 minute tracks that can go for a pee. So I'm going to play this from my good friend Albert Wilkinson and I'm going to run to the toilet. This is the Four Shells and it's called Hot Dog. Hot dog! What a tune. I never heard much yet because I was away having a pee. But I washed my hands and it was something to do with hot dogs. And it was sent in by my good friend Albert Wilkinson. It was by the Four Shells. It was called Hot Dogs. I like hot dogs as well. I was going to have one down at Junction 36, but George has persuaded me not to. Mr. Martin Barlow. You'd think this would be a bob. It's not. It's out of the box. As long as I have you. He's talking about the lovely Magnet. Without the monster. Don't like mustard. Yeah, let's go, baby. Limbo, baby. You were happy, Bobby. And that was thanks to Jelly. She was fantastic. Gotta have onions, not. I don't like onions, not in my hot dog. Brown sauce. Or a bit of the next track. Wait, hear this. Woo! I love my wee Limbo dog. You seen them? You can get them from Adam and Kate Dingle. The Limbo teddy bear. quite a cute wee guy, isn't
But let me tell you, girl, you ain't
he?
seen
Oh, curried Brohurst. I had it in Germany. Love it. I'm a you cocky. Dine with me if you. Nobody wants to dine with you, Stevie Bun. Sound of Garnet Mims, and As Long As I Have You, sent in by another great guy in the soul family, Mr. Martin Barlow. And we're all looking forward to Martin's wedding. Remember, put the date in your diary, 13th of May 2023. We're all going to Doncaster. We're all staying in the same hotel. Myself, Mike Dunn, and the great Johnny Wood are the three DJs on the evening for the wedding. Plan it now. Don't come back and say, oh, I can't go, Tam. Be there. It's going to be fantastic. It's the first soul family wedding ever. And if you're not there, you won't be on the credits. You're finished. Next up, the great Phil story. Down there in Hull. Said in Jay and the Techniques. I love a bit of Strawberry Shortcake from 1967. I love this too, man.
Get a head start, it won't happen. Bet your eyes can catch her.
2, 3, 4.
Strawberry shortcake and cream on top. Tell me the name of your sweetheart. You're the little
I know you can shut me out.
when I used to pay you. Get a head start.
We'll send you the hotel, Rob.
Bet your eyes can catch her. If I make you home, you know the rules. You got to learn. Kiss the pretty baby. Strawberry shortcake and cream on top. You're the one who stole it. I'm your heart. To this little game of chasing you is gonna stop. I'll take you to a picture, baby, 'cause I need you. I'll put the time you won't know and move right in on you. Take you by surprise, and when I do, you won't run along with me, baby. Strawberry shortcake and cream on top.
Love it. You're welcome, Phil. Everyone's invited, Roberta, yes. What I'll do is I'll put up the hotel details nearer the time. Same to you, Leslie. We'll put up the hotel details so everybody comes and everybody's in the same hotel. It'll be a fantastic weekend. First soul family wedding. Partner man. I will do, Rochelle, yes. I'll put it up in the soul family page and I'll send it to Rochelle an email. The name of the hotel we're all staying at. It's a big Premier Inn hotel in the middle of Doncaster. It's only a mile away from the event. Be a good night. 3 great DJs, especially Johnny Wood and Mike Dunn. I'll maybe just be a wee backup. What a tune. And the records are much the same, Jay and the Techniques, but I love that as well. Strawberry Shortcake from 1967, sent in by a great guy, Mr. Phil Story. Here's another fantastic tune. I didn't, when I seen this coming up, I thought to myself, John Birch, pick this. You can see like 70s modern stuff. But I like this for John Birch. This is Billy and the Moonlighters, called Little Indian Girl. Cochise's wee sister. Hope they're not thinking what I'm thinking. And you'll struggle there, Stevie Boy, too. Ah, hey, hey.
A little Indiana girl.
Oh, hey, hey.
Can you do the twist? But can you hoot that ooh? Like my little sis? A little Indiana girl, can you do the twist? But can you hoot it cool like my little sis? Hey, hey, a little Indiana girl.
All the way from the reservation.
Everybody in the neighborhood, hey, hey, want you to know that you are.
You all would say so.
And every time I see you strolling by,
Well said, Don. Bring your tent, Stevie boy. You'll be okay. Good to have you in the show on Friday night, Jeff Campbell. Cheers, pal. Please don't start a bromance with Don Martin, Stevie boy. Please don't. Good evening, Mr. Keith Ross. How you doing, pal? It's okay. I mean, you've got visitors. That's cool. It's okay, Keith. You can watch it and catch up. It's a great track picked by Lynn tonight. Next up, there's only one. She goes by the name of Mrs. Jane Blandy Thompson. She picked Beverly Ann. He's coming home. He's getting out of the Aldi wagon. Or the Asda wagon. Goes by the name of Tom. He likes his fishing. He's coming home.
Standing at the station, waiting for number 8 train. It's raining, it's pouring, wind's blowing. Hope it ain't a late train. La 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 la.
We're good, Keith. Thank you, pal.
La 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 la.
Don't ask him for money, Don. That's a sin.
He's coming home, and I've got him on my mind. He's coming home, nights aren't left behind. He's coming home, and
Chestnut.
he's been too long away. He's coming home, this time he'll be here.
You had a visit from another planet. Who's that, Johnny? GBT's not had a tattoo. I wouldn't advise anybody to get a TB tattoo. Please don't.
He will be here soon as the train gets a cut.
Told you not to ask him for money, Don.
Stay here.
Doesn't go down well.
He's coming home, and I've got
Shows your tattoo, Jane.
on my mind. He's coming home, nights are left behind. He's coming home.
Come on home, Tom.
And he's been too long away. He's coming home. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Love it, I'll be mommy. So we only have 2 requests to go. That was from the lovely Jane Blundy Thompson. I hope she's not got a TB tattoo. And it was Beverly Ann and He's Coming Home. So we have 2 requests left on the show tonight. And what time have we got? Guess what? It's 10 to 10. My time is just impeccable. I don't know how I do it every week, but it just works out that way. I mean, it surprises me sometimes how I can finish on time. There's only 2 requests to come. One is from the lovely Shaz Kaur, who's away at her bed because he's got the lurgy. She's not feeling well. Hope she feels better in the morning. We love Shaz. And my wee pal Doon and Cleethorpes, Mr. John Kidd, are the only two requests to come. If I have not played your request tonight, please tell me now. This is Shaz, the Mavalettes, Barefooted.
Everybody get on your feet.
See Albert dancing it.
Be nervous when you're in your seat.
Come on.
Take off your shoes and pat your feet. We're doing a dance that can't be beat. We're barefoot. Yes, we're barefoot. We're barefoot.
Hope Jane's not been at Johnny's house.
Hey now. Went to a party the other night.
Cheers, tell.
Long tall Sally was out of sight.
Tell Mark I was saying hi.
Threw away her wig and her high sneakers too. She was doing a dance without any shoes. She barefoot.
I know, Cocky.
Yeah, she barefoot. Hey now.
Come on.
Hey little boy with the red shoes on. I bet you can barefoot all night long. Take off your shoes and throw them away. Come back and get them another day. We're barefoot. Hey now.
You wouldn't, Stevie boy. It was on first. I told you that earlier. You have to watch it and catch up. After he paid Don Martin back.
Little John Henry said to Sue, if I could barefoot, would you barefoot too? Sue told John, I'll stir your stew. I've been barefoot ever since I was 2. We're barefoot. Yeah, we're barefoot. Hey, now. Oh, everybody get in the groove, 'cause we're barefoot. Take off your shoes now. Take off your shoes now.
One more request to go. The great song The Mavalettes, sent in by the lovely, the one and only Shaz Core down there in Widnes. And it was called Barefootin'. And there's only one more request to go. And that comes from my wee pal down in Cleethorpes, Mr. John Kidd, who has selected Sandy Waddy. Everything's everything. Thank you, Roberta. Been a great night. And it's good to have you back in the show. I wish you had every Sunday off. You just have to tell them you're not working Sundays. Tell them you're religious or something, that you have to go to church. And you can't do Sundays. They've got to let you away. Thank you, Roberta. Coming up next, tune of the show. Same to you, Corky, boy. Cheers, Rob. So we come at the end of the requests. And the final one was from my wee pal down there in Cleethorpes, Mr. John Kidd, with Sandy Waddy's Everything is Everything. Now, you think to yourself about the tunes that have been on this show tonight. How difficult would you find it to pick tune of the show? I've picked my tune of the show. And it goes to the one and only Mrs. O. I couldn't believe when but it may have been a case of the data breach that I had, and somebody else may have picked it on the show, but I couldn't believe there was no name beside it, because that Linda Jones tune, it puts shivers down my back, and that's the reason that I bought it tonight. Well, unfortunately, I didn't buy it. My good friend Mike Dunn bought it, and I'll send him the money. And Mrs. O seriously deserves tune of the show. Well done, Cam. I'm going to give you a cover version that I don't think I've played on the show of the greatest song that was ever produced. This is by Mr. Donny Hathaway. It's live, just like me.
Mother, mother,
Well done, Mrs. O.
there's too many of you.
Brother, brother, brother.
There's far too many of you.
Cheers, JC.
You know we gotta find a way
Thank you, Phil.
to bring some love in here today. Father, Father,
Good night, Fluff. See you through the
we
week.
don't need to escalate.
No Wednesday, I'm away.
War is not the end.
I'm going for a job in the MOD, believe it or not.
It's on the line.
The Ministry of Defence, by the way. Spy.
You know we gotta find a way.
I'm going for a job but, with the Ministry of Defence on Wednesday. I've been retired now for 7 years,
Pick your side.
but I think I need to go back to work.
Punish me. Brutality.
So I'm looking for a job.
To me.
The Ministry of Defence come calling, believe it or not.
Going on.
So I'm going for an interview on Wednesday.
What's going on?
Thank you, Dave Rimmer.
I wanna know what's going on.
I hope I'm allowed to carry guns. I've got to shoot a few people. Woohoo!
Read your messages.
I can't see the mod Josie.
Julie doesn't like that. Where's Marv? I've told
It's a
her
cover
Julie-
version, Julie. Something different. It's a great Donny Hathaway. Sorry, Julie. I've upset Julie now. Wish me luck with my job in the MOD. I don't have to wear a suit or anything.
You know we got to find a way. Bring some loving
Cheers, Alec.
here today. Picket line and picket sign. Don't just punish me with brutality. Yeah. Talk to me. You see
I could do that.
what's going on. Hey, what's going on? I wanna know what's going on.
Cool. That sound. See you Tuesday, Fluff. Good morning, Vietnam! I'll be the radio DJ for the Ministry of Defence. Good night, Johnny and Jelly. We love you guys. Just for me, Julie. My wee pocket rocket. Here's another cover version. Good night, Jane. Well done, Tom. This is Stone Foundation and Paul Weller singing the best tune ever recorded. I've got loads of covers.
Oh, mother, mother,
Paul Weller.
there's far too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying.
Okay, I will do Stevie Boy.
Don't you know we've gotta find a way
Good night, Leslie. Take care.
to bring some understanding
Good night, Don.
here today. Hey, oh, Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, now war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. I said, picket lines, and
Picket signs, brother, don't punish me.
with a brutality. Talk to me so that they can see, hey, what's going on? 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 What's
It's
going
annoying you,
on?
Julie.
What's going on? What's going on? Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying.
The a cappella version.
Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying.
For my wee pocket rocket.
You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see, oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Thank you very kindly, my friend. Thank you very kindly, my friend. Thank you very kindly, my friend. I'm delighted to see each of you here tonight. I want to thank God
I want to thank you.
once more for allowing me to be here with you.
Right on. Right on.
I've not got that digital. I've only got it on the video. I've never put it on digital yet, Rob. I would love to have.
Rise up
That'd be
tonight
good. I know where you're
with
coming
a
from.
greater rest. Let us stand with a greater determination. Let us move on. In these
Love to Pat, Alec. You take care, pal.
powerful days,
We'll see you soon.
these days of challenge,
Tell me when you run out of haggis.
only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. We want to be free.
Right on. Right on.
I've looked over,
Sing album.
I've seen
Just a little mini mix of some of the great remixes that uncovered versions that I've got of the greatest song ever produced by the great Marvin Gaye. And I know my wee pocket rocket, better known as Wee Julie, waits to the end of the show to hear Marvin. And when I play a cover version, she doesn't like it. She wants to hear Marvin. So that's what I've got to do. So I done a wee mix here of some cover versions and Marvin. And I hope you all liked it. Once again, guys, I would like to thank you all for your time, for being here, for watching the show. It means the world to me and Georgie. We're going up to the Keys in 2 weeks' time. We're going to do the East Side visits around about end of October, beginning of November. And we'll be in touch with everybody. We're going to do a special night, hopefully, between me and my good friend Keith Kay up at his house in Dunfermline in a few weeks' time to raise some money for Kyle. That's Dave and Marion's boy. So we've still got lots to do. And we've still got lots of people to see. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you all again next week. Same time, same place. Thank you, guys.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Hotel details.
Georgie, shut up. She keeps telling me what to do. Georgie, shut up. I'll do the hotel details, Georgie.